Hi guys, this is Ashley back with another podcast episode. So we got a lot to discuss. I know you guys have been waiting for me to do another podcast episode. So the EBT awards are so petty. 21 Average and Criminal B lead in EBT nominations for the 2023 EBT Hip Hop Awards. They both got 12 nominations each. And I'm thinking 21 Average hasn't even really been doing a lot of solo music. A lot of his music recently have been collaborations, and Champagne Thickums gave him so much clout with the latest album and tour that they're on. People are thinking that 21 Average is hot, and he really not. The reason why I want to talk about this is because Criminal B was nominated for Lyricist of the Year, okay? Now, I can tell EBT, they're just being petty, okay? Because Nicki put out the best female hip-hop rap song, and she has still the highest solo debut rap song of 2023 with Red Ruby the Sleeves. The Town is Dead did not debut higher than Red Ruby the Sleeves, okay? First week. Let's be very clear. In Red Ruby the Sleeves, she annihilated everybody in female rap, okay? Punchlines, metaphors, bars, she gave it all. But of course, they did not nominate her because EBT and Nicki don't mess with each other. So I wasn't really shocked that they nominated Cardi B. But what song has Criminal B put out this year where she was super lyrical? I have to ask that question, okay? All she do is talk about her coochie. She doesn't even have any solo hit. But this is their way of underhandedly being, messy towards Nicki Minaj because they know it's going to garnish attention. We're going to talk about it. But this is why the EBT Awards doesn't get no respect. This is the reason why a lot of A-listers don't go to the EBT Awards. If you notice, it's mostly the D and F listers that go to the EBT Awards. Even Criminal B, she did not even acknowledge her EBT nominations because a lot of people secretly don't respect the EBT Awards. I wouldn't be shocked if she goes this year because, she got to promote Bimbos or Bozos, whatever the song is called, and she might perform. But she even admitted that's not a hip hop record. She said that this is her international record, okay, with a Brazilian, funk kind of beat, okay? So she even admitted that this song is not really catered to the hip hop audience. But I can see her still going to the hip hop EBT Awards because they'll probably give her one award. She got 12 nominations, so she'll probably win a few, and, they will kind of stick it to Nicki Minaj. But if we're talking about Lyricist of the Year, it would only be between Nicki Minaj, J. Cole, or Kendrick Lamar. Okay, and of course they nominated J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar, but they did not nominate Nicki Minaj. Next thing we gotta discuss is how messy will the Video Music Awards be with all these female rappers performing. Okay, we got Criminal B and Megan performing. I believe they're also nominated. We'll see if they win. Doja Cat is performing. She's also been nominated. Scratch Off is not performing, but she's supposed to be there because she is nominated for Song of the Summer thanks to BTS and Jungkook. And then Nicki Minaj leads in nominations. Okay, I think she has 4 or 5 nominations, and she is hosting and performing. And a lot of people are speculating that, the female rappers could be throwing shade at each other, making, eye contact, maybe rolling their eyes if somebody wins an award that they don't really like. People are also thinking that Nicki will be messy when she hosts the Video Music Awards. And in my opinion, I think she should. I mean, listen, give the people what they want. They want entertainment. They want ratings. That's why the Video Music Awards even asked Nicki to host, because they know she's going to be entertaining. They know that the barbs are going to watch. Now, here's the thing, though. It can't get physical. You know, a lot of people are saying that, oh, Cardi B is going to run up on Nicki Minaj and Scratch Off is going to run up on Koi and Koi is going to run up on Scratch Off. That's probably not going to happen. You know, these award shows, they're very strict. You can get blackballed quickly if you do something they don't like. I mean, look at what happened to Little Mama. All she did was walk up on stage when Camel Face and Alicia Keys performed their hit song, Empire State of Mind. That was a hit song back then. And she walked up. She shouldn't have done that because she's not on the record. And guess what? Career over. The lip gloss ain't popping no more. Okay? The lip gloss has dried up. Now, that was mostly Camel Face, but the Video Music Awards has since never invited Little Mama back to another award show since then. Okay? If she went, nobody was checking for her, i.e. blackballed, no shade. And then when Nicki Minaj in 2015 told Purdue Chicken, yo, Miley, what's good? That prompted her to get blackballed. Okay? Purdue Chicken and her daddy, Billy, they made a few phone calls. And just like that, Nicki started having issues. So they don't play around when it comes to these award shows. So, you know, unfortunately, Cardi, Meg, Nicki, Glow Stick, Scratch Off, Ice, whoever else is going, they can't walk up in there, start acting, ratchet, because this ain't the EBT Awards. Okay, they can fight and bicker back and forth at the EBT Awards like JT and Lil Uzi did and Chris Brown and the Migos did. But at the Video Music Awards that hold themselves to a higher standard, you can get blackballed. Okay, the EBT Awards, they're so ghetto and they just love the entertainment. They don't really care. But that's why they're not on the same level as the Video Music Awards or the Scammies, unfortunately. That's why a lot of A-listers don't go to the EBT Awards. Okay, it's a lot of the DNF listers. No shade. Now, moving on from that, how much will Doja Lamar do first week now that Champagne Thickums is allegedly also dropping the same day as her? Okay? But to me, Champagne Thickums, it really don't make sense for him to drop an album. I know that he can because he gets a lot of payola, but it doesn't really make sense. You don't got a hot single out. No shade. Search and Drown flopped. Let's be very clear. You're currently on tour with 21 Average, promoting a whole nother album that you dropped last year. So it just doesn't make sense for him to drop an album. I think he drops albums every few months, every year to get out of his 360 contract. That's why he got like 9 albums and Nicki only got like 4. Because, his 360 contract make him work extra hard. But with that being said, I still don't think it makes sense for him to drop the same day as Doja. But I think she can do at least 100,000. If Doja don't do at least 100,000, Doja Cat and RCA the Colorist will be receiving Donkey of the Day. I'm going to treat her the same way I treated Purdue Chicken. When Purdue Chicken put out Flowers, it was breaking all these records. She was number 1 for weeks. And then her whole album flopped and didn't go number 1 on the album chart. I'm like, so you used the payola for Flowers. You forgot to use it for the album sales. Donkey of the Day to Purdue Chicken. Okay? First of all, you had no business using payola. Everybody knew it was payola. And then second of all, at least be discreet about it. Goodness gracious. At least when Champagne Thickums gets payola, he gets the payola for his album sales and for the singles. Some of y'all need to get like him. Now, moving on to Ice Spice. Did Ice Spice fall off? Okay, there has been a lot of questions as to did Ice Spice fall off? Is Sexy Red the new princess of rap? No, Ice Spice, she had gotten that title that Nicki did give her. No shade. But it looked like, she kind of cool right now. Deli didn't really do too well on the charts. Like, nobody's really talking about Deli right now. No shade. Everybody's talking about Sexy Red and Pound Town 2 and Ski Yeet, but nobody's talking about Deli. And Deli did better on the charts. So that's very interesting. Well, it did better on the charts first week. I don't know if it's still on there, but I know people not talking about that song now. But this goes back to what I said months and months ago, and y'all dragged me. I said that Ice Spice does not have her own fan base. The bars pick and choose what female rapper they want to support. And right now it's all about Nicki because Nicki's dropping music. She has an album coming out. So nobody's really checking for Ice Spice like that unless, Nicki gives her another big cosign, another big collaboration, or, Ice Spice get another A-list collaboration. Other than that, nobody's really checking for her like that. And even though, she writes, she looks good, she's gotten a lot of, cosigns and different A-list collaborations, she's not the most talented. Let's be very clear. Neither is, what's her name? Sexy Red. So I think that because, she's easy on the eyes, it was easy for the industry to kind of push her. But you're going to need your own fan base, and we're going to need you to be a little bit more diverse as an artist for people to support you. Okay, a lot of her music sound the same drill beats. Okay, I think people are kind of tired with the scratch off shots. Okay, because people don't feel like her beef with scratch off is organic. A lot of people think that she only beefing with scratch off because of Nicki Minaj. And then, people also believe that she could possibly be wishy-washy because, she wasn't giving, Cardi B a lot of attention. When she was collaborating with Nicki Minaj. She did last year. She was messing with Cardi B last year, saying she wanted to work with Cardi B. She has a Grammy. She went to Cardi B's birthday party, but as soon as she got that Nicki collaboration, she wasn't really giving Cardi B any time of the day. She wasn't shouting Cardi B out, okay? She likes pictures, but that's not a shout out. Okay, she's went on interviews and saying that Doja Cat is an icon and she's inspired by Doja Cat and Nicki Minaj, but she hasn't said that about Cardi B. Okay, but now fans feel like she wants to go back to Team Cardi. So some fans feel like she's wishy-washy. I just think that she wants to work with everybody. And now that she's gotten the Nicki Minaj collaboration, which I think she's grateful for, I think she wants to work with Megan and Cardi B and the other female rappers too. I think she wants to work with the other female rappers, and I think she will try to work with Cardi B in the future. That's just how I feel about it. So Daryl, DMC, McDaniels, Dougie Fresh, Grandmaster Flash, and the Furious Five, LL Cool J, Lil Wayne, Nicki Minaj are to close this year's VMAs with the 50th anniversary salute to hip hop, okay? So Nicki Minaj will be performing twice. It's about to be an iconic night, okay? Now, here's the thing though. I saw a lot of fans saying that Ebro owes Nicki Minaj an apology because, he threw a subliminal shot at her and several other rappers for not acknowledging the 50th anniversary of hip hop, not saying happy birthday to hip hop. So fans feel like, he owes Nicki Minaj an apology because it looks like she will be acknowledging it. But I think his issue is that she did not acknowledge it on the 50th anniversary or birthday. Okay? Doing the VMAs is all fine and dandy. And he wanted her to actually acknowledge it on hip hop's birthday. I think that's what his issue was. And I think he also has an issue with Champagne Thickums and the rest of the artists that really didn't acknowledge it. But I don't think Nicki really has to acknowledge, hip hop's birthday because it's a lot of hip hop execs and hip hop DJs that turned on Nicki, especially during the hate train. It's like, why would she acknowledge you guys when you guys constantly shit on her? And I feel like Nicki, she gets more love from white media and the white award shows, except for the scammies. The scammies, they be doing her dirty. But like the AMAs, the EMAs, the VMAs, they show her a lot of love. And the EBT Awards, they always diss her, okay? And even though the EBT Awards is not officially, black owned, is not black owned, a black person does not own the EBT Awards, they try to act like it's owned by a black person. They put that perception out. But you guys shit on, Blue Ivy and Nickiminaj and Rihanna and several other black women in the industry. So why should Nicki acknowledge the anniversary of hip hop? That just doesn't make any sense. Now, Olivia Rodrigo, she dropped her album Guts. I forgot she even dropped an album. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, is Olivia Rodrigo starting to fall off? It feels like nobody really talking about her music. And I know people are going to say, oh, well, it went #1. So how are people not, talking about Olivia Rodrigo? But people don't realize it's not like how it used to be when it comes to record sales. Fans buying music is becoming obsolete because Payola Board keeps changing the rules. So a lot of artists, they get sales by playlisting, radio, and streams. People are not really buying their music. And I know Olivia does very well when it comes to, I think, pure sales. I don't know what she did for this second album, but I don't feel like the hype is there. I don't feel like people are talking about her like they were last year. And a lot of artists would not be able to chart. Let's just be 100%. A lot of artists would not be able to chart if it wasn't for radio play. Okay, if you take radio play away from a lot of these artists, they would not be on the Payola Hot 100. And I like Olivia, but I thought her album was pretty boring. I listened to it to try to give a good review. I didn't mind Vampires. I thought Vampires was a good single, but the album's kind of boring. Okay, and I just think that she's giving a chart obsessed racist vibe. She kind of reminds me of the chart obsessed racist, but when the chart obsessed racist was in her prime, she was putting out bangers. I can't even lie. I don't get that from Olivia Rodrigo, and it's really no shade. Moving back on to Doja the Demon, it looks like she was posted up with No Spice. Okay, they're going on tour together, and I believe Doja is also opening up for Doja. And with that being said, allegedly, Ice Spice wants, Doja to be like a mentor for her in the industry. Now, you might be saying, why was she, ask Doja to mentor her when, she got Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj is an OG in the game. They did, a few collaborations together. But she's going on tour with Doja Cat. And then on top of that, Doja the Demon just got a #1. So, of course, she's going to ask Doja to mentor her while she's on tour. Doja Cat's a very good performer. Maybe could give her some pointers. Okay. And Doja knows how to finesse the industry. See, Doja has immunity because, her and Champagne Thickums got the same connection. So they can pretty much get away with anything. And that's why Doja can dress up as the devil or be in the racist chat rooms. And nobody really cares after a week. She has immunity thanks to her connections. Plus, Ice Spice wants to work with Doja. Okay? She wants to work with Doja Cat. She's already worked with Nicki Minaj. So, having another Doja Cat co-sign another Doja Cat collaboration, Ice and Doja could possibly get a #1 together. Let me know how you guys feel about that. Now, my girl Tinashe, she dropped an album. Okay, she's independent, so most of you guys probably haven't heard the album. I would give this album, a 5 out of 10. I like a few of the songs on the album, but I don't feel like it's her best work. Needs is the strongest single on the album. Okay. She also has another song called Treason. That's a pretty decent song. But the rest of them, I really don't really care for. And I'm actually pretty shocked because I'm a huge Tinashe fan. I always support Tinashe because, she's independent. She was blacklisted from the industry. And so I always feel bad for Tinashe because she's super talented, but she never gets her recognition. But I will have to say this wasn't her strongest album. A little bit disappointed. Okay. But anyway, I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.